So I couldn't figure out how to get the back to front story that I posted on my SoundCloud onto the YouTube thing, because like it needs to be a video, obviously, or I'm not gonna make a fucking slideshow. So I figured it'd be easier just to just tell it again, because I like telling. It's one of the best stories ever, just because he's still got to think about it. But so if you've seen it or heard it on SoundCloud, which is where I post a lot more of like 10-minute like short stories, like little this is and that's. Like my YouTube video is a little bit longer, but so the story, yeah, I was doing the story for a mic check because I just got a new mic and I wanted to see how it merged well. And so I was actually in rehab and we were on our way. There was like a 20-minute drive between every Friday from where we are to where we're going, and like I'd spend that whole week coming up with some shit, just to like try my best to blow the driver's mind and make the guys laugh or whatever. And they so I don't know. I don't know why it came up. I'm sure me. I brought it up, I'm sure. But so I was just going around asking everybody. Well, I say everybody. The person I started with, I was like, "Hey man, just tell me like, do you wipe back to front or front to back? Because there's like only one answer to that." And I was more just curious. And he was like, "Oh yeah, like back to front." And then I waited for him to be like, and then front to back, just to make sure. I take it like, if I, okay, put it this way. If you get shit on your hands, are you going to wipe it off with the toilet paper, or are you going to go wash your hands with soap and water? It's just something to think about, So like if there's the ability to take a shower after doing something like that, then you better bet your ass I'm going to take a shower after that. So after he tells me that he goes back to front, hell of an approach. I was like, that's it, He was like, yeah. I was like, well, dude, how old are you again? It was 34. And I was like, dude, you've been covered in shit for 34 fucking years. Like, how do you fuck up wiping and like you didn't notice? Like, if everyone knows that if you just wiped back to front and didn't check, if you didn't do like a switcheroo and just to see what was going on the business end, like, it's a whole different, it's like restarting the modem. It's like, redoing your thing. It's a mulligan. And like, if you just go back to front, guys have what some would call a scrotum, and like, it's right in the crossfire of your soiled waste paper. And so clipping that, the numbers are against you big time. And for a girl, I mean, I don't have one, but I doubt that scraping fecal matter into any part of your body is yearned for or safe, for that matter. So I would say back to front's just a wrong way all the way around. And you could just tell by the look on his face that he just figured out, like, it's like no one had ever sat him down and asked him that, and he never thought about, like, maybe he'd been ruining his underwear and shit for like years, and like didn't want to tell anybody, and had no idea why. And then like, by just my bullshit, like, I've had 2 guys that have smoked crack learn they were crackheads because of jokes I made, and they're like, wait a minute, and then they asked me, and I was like, so it's just, maybe he noticed then, maybe he worked twice as hard next time, and maybe, I mean, I guarantee you he's gone front to back a few times since that conversation, because I mean, it wasn't degrading, but dude, somebody like I said in the other one, like, it's like if you have to read the directions on a shampoo bottle, you should not be bathing alone. If you're wiping back to front, you should not be wiping yourself. Like, like, just the amount of people, and if you really think about it, that are walking around covered in shit, it's crazy as fuck.